Hi, I'm Professor Susan Dickiese. This tutorial is on practice 7.4. Directions. Describe what is occurring metrically in the following examples. All right, so I'm going to do number 1. And this is in 6/8, which means that a dotted quarter is equal to 1 and there are 2 beats per measure. So if we look in the violin part and the horn part, it's written as if it were in 6/8. No surprises, right? Now let's look at the piano part. The piano part begins like it's in 6/8. No surprises, right? 1 la li, 2 la li, 1 la li, 2 la li. But when we get to measure 19, what is going on here? It doesn't look like 1 la li anymore. It looks like 1 and 2 and 3 and. Well, we can't use those syllables because the 8th note here is constant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to count numbers for every 8th note, and I'm going to accent where the beats are occurring. So maybe you can see what's going on here. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So did you hear how the beats changed? So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what is that called when we shift from 2 beats per measure to 3 beats per measure or vice versa? That is called a hemiola. Now this example goes very fast. So it's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to go very fast. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this example. Did you hear that? It went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go ahead and go back on the website and just keep listening to the example because I just think these hemiolas are super. All right, let's move on to number 2. Go ahead, do number 2 on your own, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Okay, number 2 begins in 5/4. What? All right, so that is what is occurring metrically. What is 5/4 an example of? This is an irregular meter. All right. So what's interesting about this is you can hardly tell that it's in 5/4. But if I count it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can hear how it's kind of limping or lopsided. Now there are some triplets here, but the question is just asking for things that occur metrically. So let's go ahead and listen to this lopsided waltz by Tchaikovsky. It's pretty neat. A lot of times people don't even realize it's in 5/4 because it's so beautiful. Go ahead and do number 3 on your own. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. All right, number 3 begins in 2/4. We begin with some quintuplets, but that 2/4 then switches to 3/4. So what is it called when you switch from 2/4 to 3/4? That's called a changing meter. All right. What's interesting about this is we have these quintuplets, we have the changing meter, but then we have a sextuplet. But the sextuplet doesn't have 6 notes. It only has 5 notes. But what the composer wanted was to make these last 5 notes be a little faster than the previous. So if you thought the Brahms recording was fast, wait till you listen to this one. This one is just going to zip by. Let's listen to number 3. All right, that was it. Okay, so for a piece like that, no one's really going to know, like, oh, the time signature changed from 2/4 to 3/4. But we can see on the score that it is a changing meter. Now, the one term that we didn't have an example for was composite meter. So a composite meter would be something like 3 plus 2 over 8. And sometimes you might even see something like 3 plus 3 plus 2 over 8, which is quite interesting, right? Because that just adds up into 8. So it's basically like 4/4, but instead of being 4 equal beats, you have a division of 3, 3, and 2. All right, so for all other meters, if you have any questions, please reread section 7.4. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 7.4. Thank you for watching.